Thank you, Mr. Bhatt, for your kind sentiments and for three very, very good suggestions. Ladies and gentlemen, we now request Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, Managing Director, State Bank of India, to address us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar.
Honorable dignitaries of the dais, delegates to this occasion, and ladies and gentlemen, it's really a very tough task for me that I am speaking after Mr. Bhatt, whom we always have known as a master of words and master orator. The State Bank of India is yet to produce a chairman who had the skills of oratory which Mr. Bhatt has. And today also those skills came on display and he made very valuable suggestions also. And now because I am currently practicing banker and there have been a lot of issues which have been raised on this occasion and rightfully so. So I would try to answer some of the questions and I would like to give you a perspective of a lender, and particularly these are views of, I would say not the lending industry, but the State Bank of India for sure. One is that about this business of NPAs and the reservation or conservatism of the bank. So let me tell you that even though last 2 years have not been good for the industry, but there are many other industries also where the things have not been good. So from bankers' perspective, there is no particular bias against the industry, let me assure you from here. The industry is a bit peculiar in nature, but we do realize its potential for generation of employment. We do recognize that financing is a key element in prosperity and growth of any industry, and being the largest bank and a bank which has been very, very supportive of the medium and small industries for last 50 years. So our approach to this industry would also be of supporting the industry. The only thing which we may not be able to support hereafter would be any speculative activity or a greed, I think, which I believe brought many of the accounts or many of the units. It was not because of the downturn in the industry, but because there was excessive speculation, there was over trading, which brought some of the units down. Otherwise, we trusted all these names, and when there is a breach of trust, it hurts us also quite a lot. And it is a natural tendency that sometimes some things go wrong, and go wrong with the names which we thought were, you know, they were very, very respected names in the industry when the money was lent to them. So it is a natural tendency on the part of the operative staff to go into shell and become ultra conservative, but we have come out with a very clear policy and approach to lending. And I assure you once again that as far as the medium and small enterprises are concerned, in generally manufacturing as well as retailing, State Bank support is available to them, will be available to them. As far as metal gold loan is concerned, so 90% of the gold deposit with us that has been deployed by way of metal gold loans. Issue is about the logistics and the smaller quantities, and metal gold loan, unfortunately, it is concentrated only in 5 major centers, which is Bombay, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, and Coimbatore. And similarly, the lending is also concentrated. So we will look at ways and means that how do we improve the logistics of extending metal gold loan scheme to a small and medium size requirement. About the gold monetization scheme, these are early days. We are in the process of putting the infrastructure in place, particularly the setting up of limits on the CPPTs and the refineries, because the gold will be in their custody, and we as a banker would need to take a credit call. But we have formulated our scheme, and we are taking it to our board, and within next week or 10 days, we should be ready with our scheme. And because of our reach across the country, we again believe that in gold monetization scheme, State Bank of India, with its vast branch network, it is very well placed to play a critical role in making the scheme successful. As I said, these are early days, and we should not talk about whether the scheme is successful or not successful. Only a couple of months from now would determine, but I believe that this scheme is likely to be successful once the infrastructure is in place. And we have a government which is very receptive, wants this to succeed, and once the determination is there on the part of the government, and wherever there are practical difficulties, and once these are discussed and the steps are taken to remove those roadblocks, then I don't see any reason that why this scheme should not succeed. As far as gold bonds are concerned, these are investment calls, and as Mr. Bhatt mentioned, it is about the pricing and the return and the expectation, return expectation, whether it matches or not, what are the alternatives for investment. So the success of gold bond scheme would again depend upon the view which an investor takes on the gold and his return expectation and the likely return. And whenever and wherever you find any difficulty in dealing with the State Bank of India, I am available. It would be my pleasure to interact with the industry, and this initiative I am going to take from my side, that I meet the industry separately, and the issues which you are facing or the issues which we face as a lender, we can always discuss and find a way out. But again, I am saying, believe me, we are very much with you. We will support all your entrepreneurship and endeavors and see to it that the industry flourishes. At least if the industry should not be saying that it is because banks or State Bank is not supporting, so we are unable to do well. So that reason we will not give you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you. And I thank particularly IBGA for inviting me on this occasion. Thank you very much.